Hey, welcome to the podcast, to the George Anton and Vitaliy Versace podcast. Oh my God, what a morning! Getting ready and everything. This is the weekend. It was supposed to be 8 a.m. Hello? Here it is. Mr. Vitaliy Versace is coming now on the line. Oh man, we're gonna have a great show today. I couldn't wait to get back on the air. I remember yesterday morning. Yeah, I remember yesterday morning when I was going to work, man. I said, "Oh my God, another day." But I did the show. We did the show yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came home.
Yeah.
I was so tired. 115 phone calls I got yesterday. At the desk. You know what I like the best, man? One part that I like at my job, when the people call like really angry and they start cursing. They start cursing me. And then we go along with the conversation. And then we discover that the guy discovers, or the woman, whatever, that I'm not the one at fault here. You know what I mean? I'm just in a cubicle at the desk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I tell them that, look, madam, I'm just here at a cubicle at my desk, and my interest is to help you in every way I can. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
And yesterday, I told you that I was like, I'm so tired of this job. It's like annoying. And then I have to find something to do. So I said, okay, let me push the job, and let me see how much, what can I do the best on a job? What can a person that sits at a desk for 8 hours here can do the best for the job? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like I calculate. I fasten my pace. I have to keep the rules, because there is some sort of script that you get minuses in points on a job if you don't respect the points, if you don't advertise the website, if you don't thank to the customer, in the name of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
just fasten the script. Boom, 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 boom. And I got the day before yesterday, I got 135. I reach. If you're unlucky, you can.
Shorter, man. Yesterday you reached less, man.
Yeah, today I didn't do the fast pace because I was
Not
like,
today, yesterday,
hello,
man.
my name is George. This is DS Services. How may I help you today? And I was stuck fast.
Yesterday, dude. Yesterday, not
That was yesterday.
today.
No, day before yesterday it was actually fast like this. Yesterday I was just like regular, but still fast. And by the end of the day, they came to me and they say, "Cause nobody bothers me." That's another thing at work. I just sit at my desk. I don't have anybody on my head, to come and bang my head. But the supervisor are there. Everybody's there. When I need them, they don't want to be bothered either. So when they see me raising from my desk and approaching, they know, oh my God, this guy's got a difficult customer, right? Because usually I handle them. I handle all of them. There's no way. But some of them, man, they just need to hear a different voice, So,
You just changed the voice, dude.
yeah, I was thinking about that. No,
my name is George. You say Borat. You say,
I could, but
hello,
you get fired for something like that.
This is the supervisor. How can I help you?
You get fired for something like that, man. You can't. I was thinking, do you think I wasn't thinking about this?
Well, when you're planning to quit the job, last day you can do that. I'm giving you permission.
Dude, I'm planning to quit this job any time now.
Okay.
I sent,
Just make sure today
Yeah.
Make sure today you do your job as an editor. Add those scenes that I sent you.
And this is it, man.
Because-
This is all the footage?
No, I have more, but we'll talk about that later. I want you to add these 3 scenes I told you. I don't want to overwhelm you with so much footage. Don't worry about it. You just add these 3 scenes and and when you're done with them, I'm gonna send you more. Yeah, man. I don't want to talk on the air, but we'll talk later about the work, the actual work.
We are here on a podcast, Vitaliy Versace podcast, with Vitaliy Versace himself, Hollywood film producer. We have a picture. Yeah, there's a picture with you here, man, with a white shirt by the mirror. What is that?
Which one?
You're looking like far away in a distance, like something is gonna. You're looking like at the horizon.
That was a photo shoot, man, for something. I don't remember for what. It was for like a perfume or something. I don't remember what it was for. It was an agency looking for different things, man. That was a photo shoot. I don't remember, man. I think that picture is 10 years old. You should take some pictures, recent ones from Instagram.
I just grab.
Yeah.
I just grab.
And man, I wish it would be called the George Anton Show. You don't have to call Versace, man. Right now, man, these people Google me or something. This show is overwhelming. When you want to do
Nobody's watching.
shows.
Nobody's watching. There's
on
YouTube there was 3 views. Three people.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
You're mishearing me. If you Google George Anton, and it's gonna be only images of the show. Same thing. If somebody Googles my name, it's gonna overwhelm with this stuff, man, with this episodes of your show. Everywhere is just pictures of you and me on the show. So it's just so much stuff that Google is just like going crazy. It doesn't know where to put it.
Come on, man, it's not that much.
What do you mean not that much? It's almost 30 episodes, and you want to do 1,000. So, I mean, that's what I said. I wish it would be called just George Anton. I was a guest only, because this is not what I want to do, man. It's not my life. It's not my lifestyle. My podcast is not for me, man.
Right.
I'm doing just to help you out. You said, hey, come on, be a guest and do this. But I'm not the podcast person, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand that, but without you, man, the podcast, that's why.
I understand, but you could easily quote George Anton, and I'm a guest. You don't
Just to
mention me.
recap the story for everyone, so everybody knows. Mr. Vitaliy Versace, Hollywood film producer, is a friend of mine for since 2000, over 11 years, right? 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk on the phone on regular basis. And I was thinking, man, why don't we do a podcast, So the fact of the matter, Mr. Versace, is that without you, the podcast is non-existent. You are the voice of the podcast. I was thinking to call it, I wanted to call it just Versace podcast. But then I was thinking, oh my God, if this gets popular, then what's her name, Donatella, is gonna come after us,
No, it's not. He can't come up after anybody. This is just a lesson. There's a million people with same lesson. That's not the point, man. The point is it's your show. Why would you call it like this? It's your idea, it's your show, man.
It's not my show, man. It's like, at the base, I'm not a podcaster either. I'm basically just a poor writer that came from a country in Eastern Europe, in Romania. I was just reading some books and some poetry and some stuff like that, and I decided that I want to write, and then I discovered that there are millions and people, writers, that they want to write and they want to make, stuff like that. And then the writing turned into movies, because movies is like triple writing. You write when you write when you shoot, you write when you edit, you know what I mean? And you write when you distribute. You cut stuff so you get more. Let me tell you something. This story, man. Because this is the story of a boy named George Anton who came here. I'm not a podcaster. I'm just writing. So if we have these conversations, we talk about movies every day. We talk about interesting stuff that is happening. Why not to record them? For the people. Why put my name? My name is as a writer. I create the show. If the show is named Versace Podcast, that's an honor to have you on a podcast, because it's a podcast about the George Anton and Vitaliy Versace podcast. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It's a writing. We're writing something now. So it's not like I want to become famous or something like that, as much as to be a writer and to write the new events that are happening in the world right now with you. And in all honesty, it wouldn't be a show without you, because I wouldn't be able to do the show by myself. Like, what am I gonna do? Just sit here and talk by myself?
No, I mean, it's okay, man. Like I said, man, I don't mind. I don't care, man. First, I was like, didn't want to get up in the morning and do this. This is like, I felt bad that I even agreed. And I normally, if I agree in something, I try to go through with it. So,
But what did you think is gonna be, or how? I don't understand. Can you explain yourself?
no, I'm just saying that I have to get up in the morning, and I didn't want it to do like on your, hey, you got a 9 to 5 job, it has to get done before this and this. I didn't, originally when we talk about this, I didn't know it's gonna be like early and all this crap, because
It's
I
8
thought
a.m.
it's gonna be
8 a.m. to 9. I mean, I gave you in a weekend. We have more time. I mean, you got to
Exactly,
sleep.
but that's what I'm saying. I didn't know.
We start the
That's
show
not
late.
The point. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay, man. I'm not saying that, man. It's just
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I mean, I slept well. It's fine. It's not
Okay.
that's not what I'm saying. What if I have to film for 10 days every day and I don't have time for your show? I mean, this is what I said. I mean, if
In the morning at 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
You're just waking up. You're
What
just
do you
having
mean?
the Red Bull.
Dude, I start filming at 4 before, at 5 a.m. It depends what kind of scene, where we are and what we shoot. I mean, what are you kidding me? I mean, you don't know how filmmaking works? You could work at 2 a.m., you could work at 4 a.m., you could work 24 hours.
Right.
It all depends on them. I'm not saying that, but it's, whatever, man. We're doing whatever we're doing.
That's what I'm saying. We're doing whatever we can, man. This is about getting together. I can't do this by myself. Like you see, sometimes I start the show in the morning and I do a monologue, like everybody does it, like James Corden, Jimmy Kimmel, and all these people. I do it, but it's boring. I mean, how much can you? These people, they're listening. They're driving in their vehicles. Some people are on LinkedIn. Yesterday I couldn't upload videos on LinkedIn. Now I can, so I put all the episodes on LinkedIn. Everything is up. I hope these guys, they don't get desperate, because we put 24 episodes times 10 minutes, times 6, 10 minutes each, because it's in parts on LinkedIn, because 10 minutes maximum upload. That makes it about 240 videos until now. About 200 videos. It's not a lot, man.
Dude, what do you mean it's not a lot? If you think that if this is only 30 episodes, then you have what 900, 70 to go. That's and you are at so much now. Imagine that, the 970 episodes.
Right.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I just man, I wish it would be more professional, because this is not the ways I do things, man. When I start doing things, I like the images that this stuff when you Google and when you look, it just doesn't look like I would like to look. It doesn't look. I like to be more. You know me, man. I like quality, and I like to be.
It's because of my studio.
It's not just studio, it's the images on the video, it's the quality of the show, it's everything, man. We have to bump it up. We have to make it better, man.
Absolutely.
The first five episodes were better than this one. And then we went down, then it's just like, and then I told you about the covering. Just like it's too messy, all that stuff there.
Like I said, we are still in a testing period. I mean, just people right now they're getting used to us, and because the first impression that people get when they start listening to us is like, who the hell are these two guys, Vitaliy, Versace, and George Anton? And then they start googling, and they don't even have Wikipedia page. Who the hell are these two guys? And then they read, they find Hollywood film producer, this and that, and then they find a bunch of films that we've done, and then they change to, I don't like them, I don't want to listen to them. You know what I mean? And then they hang up the video, whatever. And then after a while, like after a week or so, it pops up on LinkedIn again, the video on YouTube, podcast. Let me listen to these two idiots again. And then they start liking, the show. And that's how we get the podcast going, man. 1,000 views, 1,000 downloads right now, but in the future it's gonna be maybe more, maybe 1,000,000.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck, man. It's not bad. Yeah.
We're gonna have contests. We're gonna improve the show. Like when I gotta go to the studio and do the podcast. If you want video, if you want something professional, we're gonna do it in a studio. I promise you. It's gonna be in about 4 months from now. We're gonna move. We're gonna be in a studio. I'm gonna invite strippers. I'm gonna invite celebrities. We're gonna have guests from Hollywood. It's gonna be crazy. Crazy show. Crazy podcast.
All right, let's talk about this news, this world today. What do you want to talk less about the show?
I was talking about getting together, man, and doing this podcast. Look, for example, this is the example of American family. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore reunite in a sweet photo for daughter Rammer 30th birthday. So Demi Moore and Bruce Willis have a daughter. She's 30 years old, and they are together again for her birthday. The two actors who separated in 2000 reunited for their daughter Rammer birthday on Thursday, don't matter, just now. Then they enjoy lunch together alongside daughters Scott and Tallulah Willis.
Yes, they got 3 daughters, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched the Bruce Willis roast. It was fantastic, dude. I was laughing my ass off. I mean, the guy is a gentleman. He's absolutely fantastic, the Bruce Willis. Did you watch the roast on Comedy Central?
No, I didn't.
Dude.
I like the guy. He's very nice.
Yeah, that's something you have to watch. Wow. Everybody has to watch the roast, the Bruce Willis roast on Comedy Central.
Not everything is for everybody, man.
Dude, that's for everybody, man. Just to have a laugh and enjoy. You really enjoy that show.
Alright, so we happy for Bruce Willis, man, and Demi Moore.
Renee Zelwegger heads to TV, Netflix. So, yeah. Another Oscar winner who headed to television. Renee Zelwegger has been tapped to star in Netflix's straight-to series anthology What If drama. 10 episodes.
Crazy, man. These people are desperate or something. I don't know why they go to Netflix.
They go where the money, for the money, dude.
No, but there's no money there, man. Netflix is like, my opinion of Netflix is like Hallmark, man. Hallmark is known as a low $2.5-3 million movie. So these people, like Renee and these people, they were used to it. 1.5 years ago, or more or less, they used to get $5 million each just for their salary. Now they work on the TV shows and movies where the whole budget is $3 million, man.
Dude, Netflix is going down. Everybody should get Amazon Prime. Click on the links under this video and go find this on YouTube, who's listening to the podcast, or LinkedIn or whatever. Facebook, I'm gonna fill up the Facebook with the videos. I'm gonna put the videos on Facebook, and I'm gonna put them on Anton Pictures YouTube channel where we have 60,000 subscribers. I'm gonna start putting them in 10 minutes hits. Put them there. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be great. Amazon, get Amazon. Netflix is going down. Versace was just talking about now why big stars like this they go to Netflix. Netflix released a film right now, and they are accused of depicting child pornography by Parents Group. The Parents Television Council is calling for the streaming service to remove the film Desire from its services for depicting a 9-year-old girl masturbating to the point of orgasm. A parents group is calling for Netflix to remove the film. Okay, so Netflix is going down, man. It's crazy. They are having a movie now with child pornography and stuff like that, accusations. Amazon Prime is the way. Amazon Video. You get put your credit card in the links below, because that's how you're gonna get it. So Netflix is no good. Go Amazon this show to sponsor this podcast, the George Anton and Vitaliy Versace podcast. Alright? Alright, man, you following Amazon Prime Video?
Yeah, what's next?
Next is a problem, man. Katy Perry is being sued because one guy, he made a YouTube video that got 1 point something million views before her video Dark Horse, and he filed a copyright lawsuit against the superstar singer Katy Perry because she will go to trial for infringing copyright material in mega hit song Dark Horse. So Marcus Gray, a Christian hip-hop artist known as Flame, alleges that key elements from Dark Horse derive from his own song, Joyful Noise.
Man,
So
it's okay, man. They have a lot of money. They can fight and spend some money on lawyers.
right. Yeah, but what a pain.
Yeah.
108-year-old Disney legend Ruthie Thompson shares her memories of Walt Disney and the secret to longevity. How she lived. So is this? I have an old lady here that she spent time with Walt Disney. They
Yeah.
said Walt Disney was a Nazi. Is that true?
Don't know, man. People accuse everybody. This country, man, like accusing right now, man, Trump and everybody else. This country used to be like accusing. There was a Hollywood blacklist, man, because they were communists and accusing people, and people served time for no reason. Then before communists, there was Nazis. Then was this. I mean, these people are like. You have to understand, if they made any money on anything, they were accused as Nazis, because if you sold somebody or bought somebody from somebody, they were accused as Nazis, because technically they were considered supporting Nazis and all that. I don't know. God knows. The guy's been dead for so long. Why talking about the guy was Nazi or not? I don't care.
I didn't research. My wife told me that he built a compound, and I think the people, they were so scared on that time of the Hitler and the Nazis, and some people, they were just caving in.
Yeah.
You know? Caving in against terror, man. That was a terror that was going on, and you're thinking about it, the war was just 60 years ago, man. My grandfather was in a war. So you're thinking fighting Nazis like the Germans with a party, and what the hell is that, dude?
Well, man, it was something unfortunate, and it's okay. We moved on. It was a mistake, and the one was won. The war was won, and that's it. We're moving on, man.
And it's a mistake now. I mean, don't you see what's happening in Syria? Dude, what's happening in Yemen? I have a piece here because I was about to talk about Taylor Swift, but I have a piece here, bro, about a school bus that was blown up in Yemen, and it was used. Hold on, because I have it right here. I'm gonna read. Dude, this is terrific. Think about it, man. I have children. You have children. Bomb in Yemen.
Yeah, it was human as human shield, man, as the children.
Bomb in Yemen school bus strike was U.S. supplied. The bomb used by the Saudi-led coalition in a devastating attack on a school bus in Yemen was sold as part of a U.S. State Department sanctioned arms deal with Saudi Arabia. So they just killed children, bro. And the problem is that it says on a bomb that is made in USA.
That's not the problem, man. That's not a problem. It's like buying a Mercedes and you drive a German car here in the U.S. and somebody runs with the car through a crowd of people and kills, and now it says it's made in Germany. Who cares? It depends on what arms this thing goes. Like when they talk about, this poison was made in Russia, or this bomb, or this gun, or this thing, man. It depends on which hands they got and from where it got. It's not about where it was made, man.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are ridiculous where it was made. So what? It was sometimes they have a deal with somebody, they sell guns or something, and then those people, to make money and pay their mortgages and their houses, they sell to a black market. Same guns, same thing, man.
I blame for
blame
this,
products.
for guns. For example, guys like this individual, his name is John Brennan. I mean, these guys, they are very old and very geriatric, with a brain that is basically decayed, and they are taking decisions. These people, they should play checkers in a park or enjoy with other old people in a sanatorium, in a mental institution. Because these people, they are playing games in the real world. They're very old people. They have nothing to lose. They're 70, 80 years old, and they are about to die. And they are just selling bombs to Yemen, to Syria, to anywhere in the world, Yugoslavia. It was just in Europe right there. It was bombing and killing. So for them it's like a game, because they're old. The brain are messed up. You understand? Like this guy, John Brennan, that he got the security clearance for the CIA revoked by Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't like him, And that's the story, man. It's just a bunch of old geriatrics that they just play games. For them it's a game. They don't see the children, killing children. If it would be they would want to do something, they would just go there and disarm everybody, mile by mile. You go every mile, every person you find, you get them naked, no weapon, nothing, zero. You clear everything. And when you clear everything of the weapons, you're gonna be just fine. You're just gonna put police there with weapons, and some guys, they just gonna have maybe one knife or something. These people in Saudi Arabia, they like to have swords and stuff like that, because they are basically, it's a third world country that you just gave them a bunch of money, and they don't know what to do with it. And instead of buying swords, because they usually they like to decapitate people there, they just now they bomb them with American rockets. That's not normal, bro. Okay, so these people, you're gonna put them under police control with guns. You take over, you declare all the Africa, and all Africa basically should be declared American territory. If I would be president, I would declare from now on, today, all Africa, everything until Turkey. When it begins Turkey, you can leave them alone, because right now Donald Trump has got some problems with Turkey, and we make border there, right? That's what Donald Trump should do. and declare, okay, Africa is now American territory. If you put a bomb or if you make any type of shenanigans, this is like entering under federal law, and we're gonna chase you. And then you're gonna have so much work for the CIA, for the FBI, not fighting with Donald Trump and about clearance and about this nonsense. These people, they're just playing games. They're not doing the right thing to do, which to go out there and disarm everybody, disarm every single person of every single weapon, rocket, anything. You follow? Anything that is firearm. The guy, bro, now is with fight with Omarosa. Instead of firing Omarosa, he should have sent her to Chicago, because they were offering her $15,000 right now. It's in the news. He got a recording from the Trump, his daughter-in-law, Donald Trump's daughter-in-law. She was offering her, hey, Omarosa, we give you 15,000 and you do whatever you want just to not release. Instead of firing her, they should give her 15,000, keep her in a job, and say, look, Omarosa, your job is to go to Detroit, because we had 600 murders going on in Detroit within the past month or something, in 1 month. This is like a war zone. People are dying, with kids are shooting each other. So why not send Omarosa there in a neighborhood and disarm all the people? She will have a job to do. Everything will be okay, and keep her the job and avoid all this scandal, man. Come on. I know what I'm talking about. This is not really hard to do. If you want to give jobs to everyone, there is so much job to do, to go and take over the whole continent of Africa and rebuild it. Build it nicely.
Too
you have
expensive, man. It's too expensive. This 2018, nobody wants it, man. This is free. This is not pirates time where you take over countries, man. This is freedom, free world, man. We don't go and take over a country.
Freedom.
Anymore.
In Libya, for example, that would be the first country that I would take. Libya would be the prime example, because as a president, if I would be advisor of Trump, I would tell him, look, in order to take over the world and conquest the whole thing, you have to start with Libya, because
nobody's trying to conquest anybody or take over the world, man. You don't understand.
Libya is a failed state.
It doesn't matter. Who cares? There's countries around Libya who have to worry about that. We fail in our own American citizen, man, to give them Medicaid for free medicine. To improve their lives. Look, Donald Trump right now, in the last 2 years improved. The income went up. People make $45,000 average in the country, and everything went up. So houses go up, economy goes better. So we have to concentrate on our stuff, man. We don't need to concentrate on the rest of the world, man. I mean, this is not. Everybody's got their president. Everybody's got their constitutions. Got their own things, man.
There is no constitution. There in Libya right now. There are two rival. Basically, they are gangs. Two rival gangs. They're fighting each other, and they are involved in human slave trade. Pretty much to cross people to Europe. So anybody who's got money and come from Africa, couple of $1,000, they take those $1,000 and they put them on a boat and drown them. Like majority, they getting drowned. And that's
called controlling the population of the world.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. And these people, Donald Trump and with this old geriatrics that they are leading the country, they don't care about.
Yeah, but why they should care? Why should they care? I'm telling you,
we should care because we're all human beings, man. In the end, we are on a planet. There is enough room for everyone. We have the technology to build the food, make the food, and make sure that everybody's got a house and a place to live. To take care of each other as people. Because the population is growing, and that's the secret, to work on the economy, not to work on the economy of war, where we're killing each other. So when I'm
Wow,
saying
this is
you take over the
this
country
is
of Libya, you just take over the land and everything. You make sure that there is no war because there is no government there. There is nobody running the country basically. So of course you can take it. If it's nobody there, it's like going on another planet and there is nobody there. There's just like indigents, like people, Libyan people that they're under war, they are raped, they are beat up, they don't have anything to eat. I mean, it's the perfect country to declare American territory.
man. Let's not talk political, man, because let's stick on
And by the
entertainment.
way, in America, the top highest paying jobs are a physician, that's a doctor, he makes $200,000 a year. Pharmacy manager, he makes $150,000 a year. A pharmacist, $130,000 a year. Architects that make about software architects, enterprise architects, project engineering manager, they make about 100 grand. And again, you have
That's
a
my hobby.
physician assistant and nurses, they make 100,000 a year. So as you can
Yeah.
see, the jobs in this is a scam in a medical industry. You know, it's basically a scam in a pharmaceutical and medical.
It's not a scam. It's just it's something that we allowed to take over, man. The one thing there is not architectural. I mean, it's not in the right group, man. Architectural is building, and that's a different job. But everything else you mentioned right now, it's long run of. We've been allowing them to make so much money, and that's why Medicaid, all the medical expenses are growing, because all these doctors and all these hospitals make so much money. So yeah, man. I mean, we can point fingers and talk bad stuff about Cuba, Russia, and many other countries, but they all have free medical for every citizen. For older people who are retired, for young, for everybody, it's free completely. You just go to the doctor. You even get medicine for free, man. And this is a country where we allow these doctors to think that they can make so much money on humans' life, on humans' health, which is disgusting. Which is very sad that the doctor can think, hey, this patient is laying in this bed, and this bed makes $1,000 a night. Let me hold him longer, or let me pitch in some medicine that he doesn't even need, but I'm making good money from it, and let me do it. This is like these people should be arrested, and
Of
all these
course.
doctors. And
There was an epidemic, man. It's an epidemic of opioids in America. They give people, doctors give people opioids. It's not enough jail to fill up, man. If I would be president, like or the advisor, there will not be enough jails for the. That's the problem. Not enough jail. So I would invent a new type of punishment for people like this with that give drugs to people like doctor. I would punish them to when I take over Africa, the continent, and it's gonna be mine. I even name it. I would name it Anton or Trump or whatever, just to be my name. And then I would send these people on concentration camps to work and rebuild Africa. So, for example, if you do something illegal, like a misdemeanor or something like that, you would get probably 6 months of work in a concentration camp. You would be put in a plane to Africa, and you would be work for the human community, for the America. You would work for the country.
yeah, that's why you're never gonna be a president, and you don't. And then Trump doesn't need this. He would never. He doesn't even think about this. Nobody thinks about this except you, man. Nobody's interested in the. You don't understand, man. We have so much territory here, man. You go in Arizona or California and you find that Libya. You find that dust, that sand, that, I mean, you can put the whole world in one state of Texas, man. You can put every citizen of the world, 7 billion people you take, and you can fit them all in the state of Texas. That's it. That's you can place everybody in that state. Imagine how big is the world, man. Humans are 7 billion is not enough, man. I mean, if you can put 7 billion in one state, imagine how much territory we have uncovered here that is federal. Nobody pays tax. That is just there laying sand or mountains or green or dry or water. Everything is federal. Nobody pays tax on it.
Yeah.
So,
Americans will spend $1 billion on wedding on Saturday.
yeah. See, that's amazing.
30,000
amazing.
couples are set to marry, with associated guests spending an estimated $1 billion in gifts and attire for the happy events.
Yeah. See.
And he
Weddings
shows
make a
in
lot
a
of
picture
money.
two, because now the gay guys they married. They showed two gay guys getting married, one white guy, one black guy. They getting married, and now they can get there's more marriages, even more.
Yeah.
All right. So, what else we have here? What is this? I think I read this. I have an article here about. Oh, it was about YouTube. Some porn company they released on YouTube interviews with porn stars. So they made a series on YouTube where they just interview porn stars.
Yeah.
But there is nothing. And YouTube removed the channel.
Oh, that's bad. That's not good from YouTube side.
Man, because it's they say for pornography, for prostitution, and all this stuff. They don't want to encourage it. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's not right. I mean, unless they have breaking laws and have sex on the video or speaking something rated R, but if it's just interviews,
Yeah.
it depends. You have to listen to what they say at the interview. Yeah.
Here is why Taylor Swift is not for the video of the year on MTV. Something happened. So she's
Yeah.
not nominated. She usually gets
You can't be
nominated.
there every year, man. It's time for new people, man.
Yeah. Time for new peoples.
There's a lot of talented people, man. There's actually too many people who try to be musicians or actors or writers, like you mentioned earlier. It's just too much. It's more than it's required, man. It's required, let's say, 5% of this 100%. Only 5% is required in the market right now, and there's 95% hungry, man. For writers, I get so many scripts and emails and send all the time, and so many music, so many musicians, everybody. We promoted the music, the rappers making millions and millions of dollars for just like throwing some lyrics, some words in the air, and making millions of dollars. That even my oldest son, even my kids, even some people like that, they want to be now rappers. They want that success. They start writing songs, they start writing music, and they say, hey, I can do this stuff, man. I want to be Eminem. I want to be Corey B. I want to be this. Look, she was just a stripper. Now she's a lady. She makes money. She makes millions. She's got followers. She's got fans, and I want to be Corey B right now. I don't have to choose which pair of shoes I want. I want to buy them both.
Corey B.
So that's it. Yeah.
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 I don't want to be Corey B. I want to be Christian Slater, man. Christian Slater says Mr. Robot will end after season 4. I believe that will be the last season. USA Network's Mr. Robot may be powering down after its upcoming 4th season. I watched Mr. Robot one season. Second season, I quit. It just became too much. I just didn't have the time. But it wasn't bad.
To me, when I saw it the first time, I remember I went to watch a movie in theater, and it popped up on the screen, this commercial for this Mr. Robot thing.
Uh-huh. And what did you think?
And that guy with the big eyeballs, man, I don't know who he is. He was the robot, I guess, or I don't know who he was.
Mm-hmm.
The guy with the big bald hair, I think, and big eyes, and I just like watched that, and just that guy's face, man, threw me off, and I just said, no, I can't watch this stuff. I mean, sometimes the wrong
The guy's
casting,
face?
man,
I know, I kind of had the same thing with the guy's face
Yeah.
from Mr. Robot. The guy who was the main actor, correct?
Yeah, the bald guy, he's mixed. He's African and white. I don't know what he is. I think he looks white, but I think he's got something in it. I don't know. The robot guy, who is the robot?
Yeah, the one
main
who
guy.
plays the robot that we seen it. I don't have a picture. I was looking here for a picture with him, but I don't have
Yeah.
one. But I know exactly what you're saying, because that's why I didn't want to watch it in the first place. It's like how you watch this podcast, like, and you see my face, and people watch and see my face, and they see, why? Who is this? Why is this in front of my eyes? Like, why do I have to watch this idiotic? Who is this idiotic face? My face, you know what I mean? And they don't watch it. They just move on. You know? But I understand exactly what.
That's
So
what threw me off.
it threw you off his face. Like, what about his face that he was?
I'm not sure, man. I told you, as soon as I saw this actor, I said I wouldn't watch even if this would be a great show, whatever, because he had the rest of the cast was good. The guy, the A-list actors, there was some good people in there, you know, with him. But the guy, wrong cast for this main guy, man. Wrong cast. You know, like for example, the Spartak TV show. It was amazing actor, good casting, good job, and they shot the season 1, Blood and Sand or something, or Sand and Blood, and I watched the whole episode 1, the whole season 1. I watched it and I liked it, and then this guy, this amazing guy, man, 38 years old with a wife and kids, then he gets cancer and he dies in real life. And then they cast this guy to play Spartak in season 2 or 3 or 4 or the other ones. And just this guy's face, he was wrong, man. He threw me off again. I mean, there's like some cast, and I think a lot of people feel the same. I mean, they watch and they just, no, man, I can't watch this. Man.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
Is
This
the
is not for
if
me.
the
So
face
this-
is like cringe or something? Yeah. Yeah, I
It's just
understand
not.
that.
It's just like not the right character. You cannot. For example, let me put it this way: not everybody can play the main character, number one character. The number one character has to be, I don't know, has to be number one character. This guy cannot. I cannot see him as a number one character. Yeah, he could pop up and disappear. You know what I mean? Like for one episode or something. Like a guest star, and you just, oh, thank God this guy left the screen. But when this guy is the main character, man, and he is on the screen all the time, it's just not. There's few actors like this, man, that he just like, I can't watch the movie with them, man. I can't. He's just not, you know.
Yeah. Netflix is putting the plug on Michelle Wolf and Joel McHale's talk shows. You don't know these guys, but if you see the picture, you recognize. So yeah, not too many celebrities, like you said.
How's the Crazy 8 doing, man? Because I predict it's gonna do bad. You didn't pull the information for that?
I don't know nothing about Crazy Rich Asians, news right now.
Well, the weekend didn't end it, so today is Saturday. I think they start showing it on Thursday. So it's gonna be on Sunday. They're gonna count the weekend. So hopefully we'll see it then how the movie did.
Yeah.
The movie came out, man. I wanted to go last night, and I might go tonight. It's called Alpha. I want to watch this. This is about 10,000 BC kind of thing, whereas this group of people they are like a Stone Age people, and then their kid dies, and they bury him under rocks like they used to do, and then the lightning hits and he becomes alive, wakes him up, and then they left him there. I mean, under the rock. So the family left. I don't know what happened. I have to watch the movie. But then the idea is that he finds this wolf on his own that he was beat up too. Something happened to him, and they become friends, and they start hunting. So it's kind of like a movie 10,000 BC. If you ever remember that 10 years ago was a movie 10,000 BC I want to watch this because it's about wolves, animals. It's almost like I think it's gonna be a good movie. I think it's by Century Fox distributed, or Columbia Pictures. I'm not sure, one of them. But it should be a good movie.
But talking about the rich Asians, man, that's one thing that I never succeeded, at least in the movie Deception that we did, where we showed that we had the Bentleys and we had a lot of stuff, expensive stuff. But people want to see expensive stuff and beautiful people on the screen, dude. That's the fact. That's a matter of fact.
Because of these rappers and Kardashian and all those people who are very flashy. There's two type of celebrities in LA. There's two in the world, let's say, not just LA. Bollywood or India or Asia or Russia. There's two type of celebrities. There's a type of celebrities who are very flashy, who likes driving, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, who have big chains on their neck, and you can even tell by the color of the car. For example, if somebody arrives in a yellow Lamborghini, for example, you can tell that guy is flashy because the car is orange or yellow or red. But if the guy arrives in silver Lamborghini or black or something, it's not so flashy. The guy is not doesn't like the bling bling, that attention kind of thing. And I work with both of the sides of the people. I work with that kind of people, and I work with people who don't want people to know that they are like, they like more private life. And people like Kardashian like to talk about everything they eat yesterday and everything about the cars and success. And
expensive cars, that's the thing, to have an expensive car and show them on a screen. Do you know how much?
Not just car, man. 15-bedroom houses in Malibu and Calabasas. I mean, these people like to show off, man. And it's nothing wrong. I want to highlight that, man. There's nothing wrong with success and showing off. It's just there's two type of people who like more private, who I wish the TMZ and everybody would support them to give them more privacy. And there's people who are very flashy, which TMZ should enjoy that and just follow them and almost like become part of their family. They're like, whatever, somebody takes a shit, chick picture. Oh, here, chick, because they want to be flashy. They want the attention, like Britney Spears peeing in the toilet on the set without closing the door. Then everybody talks, oh, Britney took a shit or piss and never closed the door, and everybody was watching her doing that, or not wearing underwear, or it's stupid stuff like that, like want the attention.
Well, dude, I have a picture here. Do you know how much Ferrari makes off every car?
Not sure, but
Ferrari, it's an Italian luxury sports car founded by Enzo Ferrari in 1939. It makes an average $80,000 per car sold. That 80,000 is as much as a whole other luxury car that you can buy. You can buy a Mercedes-Benz C-Class for $73,500, or Tesla.
Oh, you said C-Class?
C-Class, yeah.
Yeah, C-Class is the cheapest, is the smallest.
73,000.
Yeah.
And the Tesla Model X, 79,000.
Yeah, that's the SUV, huh?
Yeah. So here is a Ferrari. I don't know how much this Ferrari costs, but you're saying silver Ferrari, it doesn't look flashy. This silver Ferrari looks really flashy, man.
What's the name of the Ferrari? Is it Enzo or is it something else?
Man, I don't know which one it is, but it has something
next to Ferrari. He has to say 300 something, or Enzo, or it's next to word Ferrari is gonna say something.
It doesn't. I see it from the front, just from the front side. So I don't know exactly what type of Ferrari. I mean, you can always look on YouTube and check it out.
Well, man, the Ferraris are from 200,000 to 1.2, 1.5 million dollars. So there are different prices. So if you're saying that they make 80,000 on $200,000 one, that's good. If you say that they make on $1.5 million 80,000, then it's not that great. I mean, It's a Ferrari. Ferrari's handmade, and he has a reputation. You can't put it with. The problem with these cars is the less of them you make, the more expensive they are, and that's not just with cars, man. That's with everything. Imagine you make a movie and you spend $100 million,
Yeah.
and you allow to make only 1,000 DVDs or Blu-rays. That's it. Movie cannot go in theaters, cannot go anywhere, but you allow to make 1,000 Blu-rays. Then the value of the Blu-ray is going to go up because you have to multiply that to 100 million at least that you spend, and you have to see how much is the Blu-ray then, because you're not allowed to make more Blu-rays. You're not allowed to distribute it more. Same thing with these cars, man. There is a very low amount of them made. So to make money on it, because everything costs money to make parts, to make prototype, to make all this stuff, it costs money. And you're not releasing like Mercedes releases 1 million cars or maybe more, or like Ford or like this cars. You actually release only a couple thousand cars. So by doing a couple thousand cars, you got to increase the price because you have to stay in business. That's it.
Yeah, and it's basically the same car. I mean, I drove this. I drove them all.
Well, to you it's the same car, but I said again, you can't grab a DVD that is only 100 of them released in the world. You cannot grab that one, and you cannot grab a movie that has been 7 billion DVDs released that everybody has in the house. It's something that is very rare, and people who have money like rare things. They like to be the only one who drives that kind of car. It's about people. To you, you're not a car person, man. To you, driving Subaru or driving a BMW is the same, man. I mean, to other people, it's not. So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember when I met you, man, like a year later, I introduced you, man, to a 7 Series BMW. And
Right.
you bought yourself, I bought one silver and you bought one green. 7 Series BMW back in the day.
Yeah.
And I remember your smile on your face, and you felt like you were important. You were. This is my opinion of you, remembering those moments that you felt very important driving the 7 Series BMW. It's a 7 Series, about $90,000 car.
Mm.
So I think it was. You didn't maybe even realize, but it gives you a little bit of self-esteem.
Confidence.
Just build you a little bit. Yeah, confidence. Like you said, put in the suit. And this was 2007, man. This is a long time ago. But it gives you some confidence, and gives you like, hey, I mean, people look at you different when you drive. People look at you different when you arrive at the meeting or you park. I mean, it's a world that you cannot change, man.
Yeah.
It's up there, everything. People like a good suit. People like, a good car, a good house, a good plane, good things, whatever.
Yeah. Adult film star Stormy Daniels pulled out of the British edition of Celebrity Big Brother. And we don't know why. It's a mystery. It's a mystery why she pulled off.
I can't believe she got that job, honestly. I cannot believe she got that job.
Yeah, she got it. UK reality show from United Kingdom.
Yeah, I would never hire the girl, man. This is like it's not even an adult star. She's so trashy. She's so like, I hate judging, or I hate like saying bad things about people. But I'm telling you, my vision, what I see on the person, man, is just like it's not like a wife type or a girlfriend or a clean type of a woman, you know. When I think of that chick, I think of Ashley Judd. Same thing. I kind of put them in the same category right now at this moment in my head. I don't know why, but I mean, some people just make that. It's not like we have to judge. We gotta let it go. But I mean, you look at the person, you see something. What's going on with that? I mean,
can you imagine the scene when Donald Trump had sex with Stormy Daniels?
I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine, and I don't want to talk about this. And I'm not sure if this actually happened. So so let's not talk about this.
You think it's fake news?
Yeah, it is fake news. People want everything. She wanted the most probably of this this attention than anybody else. But to me, it's not worth even. I cannot even put this to people in the same category. You're talking about my president. You're talking about some. I don't want to even. Like I just said, she needs Jesus in her life. That's all I can say, man.
Yeah. She had sex with the president. That's what the...
No, she did not have sex. I don't want to... Don't say that. So move on with something else.
So she didn't have sex?
An hour, so we should wrap it up. And if you're going to continue on that topic, I'll actually hang up without even saying bye. It's 1 hour, man.
Alright, so let's move on. But why are you counting the time?
Because, what do you mean what I count? I'm on the phone. I see what's ticking in the front of me.
Oh, really?
And it's 1 hour. I don't want to do more than a lot more. I'm not going to do... I know you have nothing else to do. Even you have to add the movie and do some things. But, man, an hour is more.
No, the weekend we go longer. A little bit.
No, man. The weekends we have to stick to the same, dude. What is it? What's the purpose of this?
The podcast?
Is some people say it's a waste of time, man. So if you waste an hour of your time by guessing maybe this is going to be useful for something, then going for more is not important.
But we are here on George Anton and Vitaliy Versace podcast to make America great again.
Yeah,
so
America
that's our logo.
Can't make America great again, man.
We can.
I cannot make America great again.
Yes, we can. I promise, man.
I can't.
America's gonna be great. It's just it takes a little bit. Donald Trump is good,
America
man. Listen, I'm with you. Donald Trump is the type of president that shakes exactly how the people of America wanted to shake the government, to just create chaos. And this chaos actually is hurting some people and making things faster, to run in the economy and everything, like you say. Things are fixing. So that's the good news. Now Gmail has a confidential mode. So they have a redesign on the famous email service. It looks different now. When you're gonna load Gmail on your phone, you're gonna see that it looks different, and you have different other new functions. People still use email. A lot of people.
Well, people will be using email.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else better than email yet, so there's nothing else.
Now that you're saying the show is sponsored by Amazon, people to click here and put the credit card to support the podcast, buy Amazon Video. Now Amazon is planning a live recorder challenging TiVo. So it's gonna be from Amazon a new recorder device that's gonna be competition for TiVo.
Yeah. I told before, man, I said Amazon is taking over the world. So Amazon is gonna, pretty soon it's not gonna be worth it having so many things in your, it's like before, for example. You needed a camera, you needed a phone, you needed a flashlight, you needed a microphone. You needed a bag full of stuff to do what my iPhone is doing today. So this is a good example of Amazon. You're going to eliminate all these websites, all these companies, and use Amazon. The only thing you're not using Amazon is for the phone right now because they cannot design a good phone as good as iPhone.
Yeah.
But in the future, Amazon is going to be #1 company. It's going to be the only competition Amazon is going to have is Walmart. That's it. Everybody else is going to die out. I even think that Best Buy in a few years is going to go down. Nobody's going to go to Best Buy because you can order everything on Amazon, and Amazon's going to have better deals. Already has better deals than Best Buy. And I see no point staying in line. This American Black Fridays, I never understood this, and I still don't understand. People on the Black Friday go around the corner and put tents, and they show up 2 days before to buy some crap, and then I go next day to the store.
The same price.
there, but the same people stay in line to return all that stuff. So I'm like, you telling me you stayed here for 2 days to buy this crap, and then the crap is same price, and you came to return the stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like you wasted your life, man. You wasted a couple days of your life for some material things that is not worth it. I mean, people.
Unless they do some kind of unboxing videos. A lot of people like to do unboxing, and they buy the stuff and then they do an unboxing thing.
Man, the problem, what I wanted to finish the topic, the problem with humanity is that you don't evaluate your time on the right level. I mean, you think, I'll stay 1 day there and I'll get a good deal. But people don't calculate that day how much it costs. Even if you count that as a minimum wage, man, you just wasted $200, $300. Minimum wage time waiting in that line, is it worth it?
No.
I mean, people think that time is worthless, that's where they are wrong. Because time is ticking every day, man, and you get less time on this planet, that's all you've got in the end. You can have a castle in Malibu, Beverly Hills, or drive a Rolls Royce, but if you have only 1 hour to live, you don't care about those things anymore. I mean, the people appreciate the wrong thing. Time is very important. That's what's priceless. Human, the time, and a human without time is no human. There's nothing else left. So that's it, man. Let's wrap up the show, man. And,
all right, Motorola latest phone looks exactly like an iPhone X with Huawei paint job. So yeah, but they cannot copy them. The problem is with that, they cannot copy the operating system. So without the iOS, there is no competition. Hey man, just to end up with this gentleman, and we say goodbye to everyone on the show. CEO of Twitter makes even deeper changes, from Alex Jones now saying goodbye to Twitter. Alex Jones is not gonna be on Twitter anymore with conspiracy theories, because
whose decision was that?
Alex
or the guys?
The owner of Twitter. He put this guy on behavior. They muted his Twitter for a week, and then they say we're gonna let you on Twitter again if you don't speak about conspiracy theories or stupid inciting people to violence and doing stupid stuff like that. So I predict Alex Jones is gonna go back to the base of being a clown and forget about being a news source, because he's not a credible news source. And with that, you have the final word, Mr. Versace Podcast. Go ahead.
Okay, not to offend people that like Alex Jones, he's not a clown. He's an entertainment person, like every other entertainment person in Hollywood, like every other clown like me, and not to offend anybody who loves, and he's got big followings and he pays a lot of his bills. We love Alex Jones. I love Alex Jones. And
I have nothing against him personally. I'm just saying, dude, forget
I'm
about the
just
conspiracies.
Yeah. So whatever.
I mean,
so
as a
Alex,
joke, when he's good when he's yelling and making going crazy on a show.
All right. So by saying that, good luck with Alex to find an amazing platform for his purpose in life and whatever makes him happy. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. God bless you guys. Have a beautiful Saturday. And thank you, George, for having me on the show. And please work on those 3 scenes that I send you for that project. And have a beautiful weekend, everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow morning. Back on a George Anton and Vitaliy Versace.